Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining on time for those who are trickling in. My name is David Picton and I'm here with StudyIn in the Thailand office.
เมื่อกี้นี้มีคุณเดวิดแนะนำตัวไปแล้วพี่เองชื่อว่าพี่ Nash นะคะ Alright David, would you like to kick off this meeting?
I think we want to kick off maybe today by addressing the audience and really just trying to understand what you want to get from today. So we'd love to do a quick poll, just one quick poll, around what are you most interested in hearing about from today's session about Scottish universities. So whether that might be student life, extracurricular activities, career support as well, or cost of living and scholarships, we'd like to do a quick poll. So if I could ask people to look on their screens at the bottom, it's a slightly convoluted process, but look at the bottom where there's 9 dots, bottom right of your page, and you'll see there's a option to, I think, use a poll. And there should be a poll in there for you to make a vote. So if you guys could have a look, we'll repeat that in Thai and we'll see how many responses we get.
ค่ะวันนี้นะคะน้องๆก่อนอื่นเลยก่อนที่จะเริ่ม presentation ของเราก็อยากจะรู้กันว่าน้องๆคนไหนสนใจหัวข้ออะไรเกี่ยวกับการเรียนต่อในสกอตแลนด์มากที่สุดเราก็เลยมีการสร้างโพลขึ้นมานะคะเมื่อกี้นี้บางคนอาจจะเห็นแล้วแหละว่ามันมี pop up ขึ้นมาที่มุมขวาล่างใครกดทันยินดีด้วยค่ะใครกดไม่ทันสามารถไปกดปุ่ม9ปุ่มที่มันเป็นกลมๆเรียงกัน3แถวได้นะคะแล้วก็เข้าไปโหวตในโพลได้เลยค่ะซึ่งหัวข้อในโพลเผื่อเราสนใจนะคะมีใครสนใจเกี่ยวกับชีวิตความเป็นอยู่การเป็นนักเรียนเป็นนักศึกษาในสกอตแลนด์ก็เลือก student life ได้เลยถ้าใครสนใจว่าไปเรียนครึ่งหนึ่งขอทำกิจกรรมอีกครึ่งหนึ่งก็เลือกตัว extracurricular activities ได้นะคะใครสนใจว่าไปเรียนแล้วฉันจะต้องหางานทำได้ทันทีหลังเรียนจบก็ให้เลือกตัว career support ใครสนใจอาจจะมีบัดเจ็ตจำกัดนิดนึงอาจจะเลือกตัว cost of living เพื่อมาดูกันว่าเราสนใจในเรื่องของค่าใช้จ่ายความเป็นอยู่ที่นู่นแล้วก็ถ้าใครสนใจเรื่องทุนก็เลือกหัวข้อสุดท้าย scholarships ได้เลยค่ะแล้วก็น้องๆคนไหนที่เข้ามาทีหลังเพิ่งจะเข้ามานะคะฝากพิมพ์ ID 6-7 หลักเข้ามาใน chat box ด้วยค่ะใครไม่มี ID ก็กดตามลิงก์เข้าไปลงทะเบียนที่หน้า landing page ของเราหน่อยนะคะ
Thanks, Nash. I think some votes are trickling in as well, so it's 9 now. So I think people have successfully, due to your Thai instructors, I think people have successfully found where the poll is. So yeah, please drop in a vote. I think you do need to click vote as well. You can't just click the actual selection. You need to press vote as well. Looks like the early leader in terms of questions is actually scholarships in particular, and then that's followed from what I can see student life. So we'll just give someone a couple more minutes just to drop in a vote and then we can get started with the session.
ขอบคุณน้องๆที่ส่ง ID เข้ามากันนะคะถ้าใครเพิ่งจอยรบกวนพิมพ์รหัส ID 6-7 หลักเข้ามาหน่อยค่ะแล้วก็ถ้าใครไม่มี ID เดี๋ยวพี่ขอแปะลิงก์นี้อีกทีหนึ่งจึงเผื่อว่าลิงก์เก่ามันหายไปแล้วถ้าใครไม่มี ID นะคะรบกวนจิ้มลิงก์ที่เพิ่งส่งเข้าไปนี้เพื่อเข้าไปที่ landing page แล้วก็ลงทะเบียนหน่อยนะคะ
Awesome. Thank you, Nash. I don't see many more votes trickling in, so maybe the late joiners have struggled to find it. So I'm going to end the poll. Hopefully that will show you guys the actual result, but I'll read it out as well. So I'm hoping you can see that. So yeah, the front runner and the end runner is scholarships. So most people seem to want to know about scholarships. Seems to be a common theme, unsurprisingly. But people do want to know about student life. And interestingly enough, not so much tuition fees, but cost of living and career support as well. So that's something we can keep in mind when we go through the questions and we speak to our panelists today. But just prior to that, what I'd like to do is make sure we kind of kick off with an overview of Scotland. So what I'd like to do is kind of give everyone a real overview of Scotland and maybe just to get a sense of that before we get into the panel session itself. So we've kindly got Baljit Chand from Glasgow Caledonian University as well here to talk to us about Scotland. He's also the chairman of the Southeast Asia committee for the Scottish universities as well. So he's well placed to talk about Scotland. But I also just want to start maybe with a confession as well, which is that I hadn't been to Scotland myself personally, even though I'm from London, I'm from the UK. I'd never been to Scotland until last year, as some of the people in this call perhaps know. And I don't know why, maybe just because I was a proper southerner, and we joke about that in the UK. I was a proper kind of Londoner, and I hadn't gone to Scotland until last year. I went up there and I fell in love with Scotland. I would definitely live there if I wasn't already here in Thailand with my family. So I just want to start, Baljit, with that confession. But I've already fallen in love with Scotland, and went to Glasgow, where your university's based. I went to Edinburgh, went to Stirling, and a few other places. So it was absolutely amazing last summer. So I'm hoping for the audience today, they get some that sense of what it's like to be there, from yourself, and then of course from our students as well. But we can pass over to you first and, learn about Scotland more generally first. Thank you.
Great, thanks, David. And actually, your experience is quite common. Often we have the Southerners come to Scotland and absolutely fall in love with the place and mention that they want to live here. And I'm sure this will be the case sort of going throughout this presentation as well. Hopefully everybody falls in love and wants to come and study in Scotland. I do actually really like sort of kicking off these presentations with the image that you can see here. Excuse me. So this is actually Edinburgh. So this is the capital city in Scotland. The big hill that you can see is Arthur's Seat, and then the rest of the city kind of off in the distance. And then you can see some mountains and hills and things in the background too. And this is kind of very reflective of a lot of study destinations within Scotland. There's a really nice mix of natural beauty, historical cities with ancient buildings, and then you've also got industry and innovation. It's all kind of very side by side in a really nice compact country. Can we go to the next slide? So we'll show you first of all the geography of Scotland and the country a little bit as well here. So you'll see in the divided map in blue, there are 4 nations within the United Kingdom. So there's Wales, England, there's Northern Ireland and Scotland. Scotland, we make up the northern part of the UK. And you can see here, actually, there's quite a large landmass is covered within the country as well. So the overall population within the United Kingdom is approximately 70 million people. And in Scotland, the population is around 6 million. So in comparison, when you look at the landmass and the population, it's much less densely populated. And what that means for young people, for students, there's a lot more job opportunities and opportunities in general across our country. Next slide. So these images is generally what people might think of when they think of Scotland initially. It's the old castles, kilts, hairy cows, bagpipes, all very synonymous with Scotland. However, next slide. There's a lot more to our country. So generally speaking, Scotland is a really lively, cosmopolitan place. Many of our cities across the country have excellent sort of arts scenes, music and comedy scenes. We're very much a foodie kind of country. So there's Michelin-starred restaurants, there's cuisines from all over the world as well. There's a lot to our country rather than just the stereotypical Scottish stuff. And also the cultural things, there's a lot of historical museums. Obviously we have the ancient universities, and then the outdoorsy kind of part as well. Because of that natural beauty that we have on our doorstep, there's a lot of outdoor activities that's readily available to students to kind of go out and explore. And it's all very close by as well from your study destinations. Next slide. So this here is a map of Scotland. It also details the universities that we have kind of spread across the country. So there's a real variety here. So overall, we have around 16 universities, which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's a really good mix across the universities and locations. So you'll have the city locations, big city universities, but you'll also have campus sites as well, where they're kind of hidden away and they have their own locations. In terms of what's offered for courses as well across the universities varies. So you'll have arts programs at one university, and then it could be courses focused on agriculture, for example, in another one. And next slide. And this is the universities that you have represented today. I was hoping actually we could do with this slide a little bit of an introduction with all the representatives that we have from the universities. So just to kick off with myself, so again, Baljit Chand, and I represent Glasgow Caledonian University. I can see Louise. Louise, do you want to go next?
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Louise Zeelenberg and I represent the University of Edinburgh. I'm the International Recruitment Manager for Southeast Asia and Australasia at the university.
Shall we have Strathclyde go next?
Hello everyone, my name is Kimberly Hendren and I represent the University of Strathclyde, which is located in the city centre of Glasgow.
St Andrews.
Good afternoon. My name is William Leach. I'm with the University of St Andrews, and like the other folk here from the Scottish universities, we do visit Thailand from time to time as well.
And University of Glasgow.
Hello everyone, I'm Sophia Lee and I'm the Regional Manager for Southeast Asia for the University of Glasgow, and I'm based in Singapore. We will be seeing you in November, this coming November, so looking forward to seeing all of you.
Thanks everyone. So yeah, these are the universities that you have represented here today. So you have the major cities kind of represented, and then St Andrews as well, which is located in an area called Fife. It's one of the most stunning locations that you can have a university. Next slide. So why should you consider studying in Scotland? So first off, we have world-leading universities. So a lot of the rankings that you might use, so QS, THE, you'll see that your Scottish universities will be in there in the top 100, top 200. Also in subject areas, the universities in Scotland excel in niche specific subject areas as well, if that's what you're looking for. Across our universities and in general, we have a very high student satisfaction rate. We're a very internationally focused country. There's over 52,000 international students from over 180 countries. Each of our universities will have quite a large international student body, which will make you feel sort of like at home at the same time as well as experiencing different cultures and communities. We have high levels of graduate employability across our institutions. There's excellent support and welfare. One good example of that is we have something called the Scotland Migration Service as well. So as a student, if you'd like to stay and work in Scotland after your studies, the Scottish Government set up this migration service that provides help and advice, can help you connect with employers and just general visa advice as well. There's also excellent transport links. So we're very well connected for the rest of the UK and Europe, but globally as well. Many of our destinations, you can fly direct in to the city. You don't have to transfer via London, for example. Next slide. So our universities, they're very vocationally focused. So what you would find is many of our programs have professional accreditations, and there's some kind of engagement with industry bodies and employers. So we'll have things like internships, networking events, placements as well. All these kinds of opportunities are available to students across our universities. Over 90% of our students leaving from Scottish universities are in work or further study within the first 6 months. We have the lowest level of employment, graduates from Scottish universities. And 86% of employers find graduates to be very well prepared for work. So that kind of ties in with how I mentioned, we're very vocationally focused across many of our institutions. I'll speak about it a little bit later on, but many institutions will have services on campus that can support students post-graduation as well as during their studies. Next slide. So the Scottish degree structure. So in Scotland, an undergraduate degree is 4 years, which is quite different to what you might see in other study destinations and in England and the rest of the UK. Some universities will offer advanced entry opportunities as well. So if you have achieved academically, you may have high scores in your A-levels, IB, or if you've done some bachelor's study as well, advanced entry opportunities are available at some of our universities. So that would mean going straight into the second year or the third year even. A lot of our universities will also offer study abroad opportunities. So this is usually a full year, or it may be a semester, where you can actually go and study at partner university in another country, another location. So for example, at our university, we have partners in Europe, in South America, in East Asia as well. So those opportunities are available even to international students. Sorry, back a slide. Flexibility to, that's okay, that's okay. Flexibility to transfer. So going back to how I mentioned about the 4-year bachelor's degree, in the first couple of years in Scotland, students have the opportunity to not just study their chosen subject, but also various other subjects at the same time. And that gives them a bit of flexibility when it comes to the later years in their degree and what they want to focus on for their majors. So at that point, there is a degree of flexibility to transfer into another program or subject area. And then work experience I touched upon a little bit earlier on. Each of our universities, they will have some kind of work experience element built in to the programs themselves, or it could be as part of the services that are provided by the university. And then at the postgraduate level, our master's programs are standard. They are a year, which will be quite different to what you'll see in a lot of other study destinations. There will be some cases where universities will offer, for example, a 2 years master's, but what that usually is, it's a standard 1-year master's plus a placement year, potentially. But the standard is 1 year. Next slide. So yeah, this is about our support and services and just sort of the social aspects that are available to students across our institutions. So in Scotland, there's over 1,000 student societies, and these societies and clubs, they can be pretty much about anything. So as a student, you can join an association, student association, and create your own club if you wanted to. And we have some really interesting ones. For example, at Glasgow, Caledonian, we're a city-based university, but we have an equestrian society, which is all to do with horses. Like there's no horses anywhere near our campus, but we have societies, and they're Taylor Swift societies. I think every university has a Taylor Swift society as well. But you can create your own or join any fun societies that you discover. Sports clubs as well. So a lot of our institutions will have sports clubs and facilities on campus. So even if your institution doesn't provide any specific sports-related program, there will be some kind of clubs and activities sport-related that you can take part in within the students' associations. Support that's provided, all of our institutions will provide welfare services on campus. They'll have accessibility for students that might have special needs and things like mental health wellbeing services as well. It can obviously be a very stressful time for a student to move country and to study with a different language. So we have all those kind of support services available across our institutions. And then finally, accommodation. All of our universities will have their own accommodation or have options available. We sort of like generally recommend international students to stay on the university's accommodation for the first year, especially during their sort of climatization to a new country. A lot of the time, students will make friends and then live outside of the university campus potentially with their friends, but we have the accommodation available on our campuses in that first year when you're getting to know the place. Next slide. And then sort of fees and finance. So our fees can vary by institution depending on the course type and the university. So a typical range can be between 12 and 40 approximately £1,000. Cost of living in Scotland, it's a lot lower than many other UK study destinations. So again, we say this is between £8,000 and £12,000 per year. And cost of living is one of these things. It's totally dependent on the student as well. So for example, if you're staying on the university accommodation, it's usually much cheaper than private accommodation, and you're saving money on things like energy and internet. And the lifestyle of the students, that can affect the cost of living as well. International students, they do have the opportunity to work part-time during their study in Scotland, the same as the rest of the UK, 20 hours per week. That can help offset that cost of living as well. And then there's things that you need to consider when it comes to your finances and when you're submitting an application. The same as the rest of the UK, you'll have the visa cost to consider, but also things like an NHS surcharge that you are required to pay for when coming to study in the UK and Scotland. When it comes to things like medical care, a lot of our universities will have services to support students finding a doctor, registering with a doctor, that type of thing. So if you have any concerns on that part, the university can support. And then when it comes to scholarships and fee discounts, I suppose you can ask some of the representatives can talk about their various scholarship offerings as well. But these kind of vary across our institutions. So you will have merit-based scholarships, there will be automatic fee discounts, and then in some cases there'll also be full scholarships that are provided. But there is a wide range, and we can cover that today. I think this is the final slide. Actually, the last one was a video. It's okay if it's not. It's a very short clip. But what I would recommend is it's always useful and helpful to get visuals of what a place looks like, what the country looks like. So I recommend jumping on YouTube or TikTok and just searching sort of like videos of our universities, of the country itself, and get an idea of what your environment would look like if you were to come and study here. But yes, thank you very much for listening.
Thanks, pal. Yeah. I really appreciate that. I don't know if we got the video, but I definitely would second the kind of look at YouTube and some of the visuals. Hopefully this is a jumping off point for some of the students, right, where they can hear from, you know, current students and alumni today, and some of yourselves as well on the university website, and we can go from there. So thank you so much. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much for that amazing presentation, Bal, and welcome everybody to the panel discussion segment of today's webinar. So just to recap what Bal has said earlier in our presentation today, we are represented by 5 Scottish universities in today's meeting, and I'm just going to do a small recap to introduce everybody again right now, as well as some current students and alumni. So to start with, from the University of Edinburgh, we have the lovely Louise Zeelenberg. Hi, Louise. And Kun Prim, who studied the MA Design for Change at the University of Edinburgh. And from, yes, obviously, Glasgow Caledonian University, we have Bal Chan, who just gave that lovely presentation. And from the University of St. Andrews, we have William Leith and Kun Tirakit, who I think might have just arrived or will be here with us very soon. Kun Tirakit is studying the MSc Computer Science at the University of St. Andrews. And we, from the University of Glasgow, we have Sophia Lee. Thank you for joining us today, Sophia. And finally, from the University of Strathclyde, we are joined by Kim Hendren and our very own Kun Bang, who did the MSc Marketing at the University of Strathclyde. All right, so without further ado, let's start the panel discussion. Back to you, David.
Lovely, thanks, Nash. So I think, we're trying to have some curated questions first, right? For everyone to try and get an understanding of some of the stuff we put in the poll earlier. So most of the questions probably try and be directed to students, but where possible, also, I think there's a few for university representatives as well. So hopefully, guys, it gives you a good full picture. What you can do as well is kind of, if you have questions that pop in your heads while we're talking, if it does kind of inspire you to ask other questions, I think it's okay. I think the chat box is open already where you can put stuff down, and then we'll come to questions at the end just to address that as well. So we'll make sure there's time for Q&A as well. But if I could just kind of kickstart by, I guess, perhaps the obvious question, I assume, which is, how did you get to know the university you ended up going to? And why ultimately did you go there? Because we know we all see lots of choice, probably in everything in our lives, and universities are perhaps no different. There's so much choice, both even domestically, of course, in Thailand and internationally. So I'd love to kind of hear from you guys about why, you chose this university. So if I could ask Kun Prim from Edinburgh, first of all, to answer that question.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Thanks.
Yeah. So for this question, honestly, at first, I had no idea where I wanted to go. I only knew what I want to study. So I spoke with a studying counselor, told her about my interest and that I'm hoping for a higher ranked university since my GPA was good. Surprisingly, the university and program she immediately suggested turned out to be the exact what I was looking for. I did my own research afterward and it just felt right. So in fact, it was the only uni and program I applied and I got in.
Oh, wow. So you didn't even have like a backup?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Fantastic. And so I guess if you only got one application, you've only got one choice in the end then. So you felt confident from the studying counselors that, okay, I know where I want to go. Oh, wow. Okay. I swear we didn't set that up. I didn't know that actually. Prim, we've obviously spoken before and met before, but I didn't actually know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. I think, and forgive me, I think it's Kun Jakarit. If you're here from St. Andrews, you obviously just turned up, I think, at St. Andrews. Would love to hear from you with the same question.
Hello. Okay, for me, I don't know where to study first. I let my agent tee off to help me to list the university in my field, computer science. Yeah, and then, okay, I got a list and I interested in St. Andrews because of the subject and the context of the subject that I take a look and oh wow, it was I want and it's not the university that did not focus on only the research. So that's why I chose St. Andrews.
Can I just ask a follow-up just around were you looking at other universities as well? Because, it seems like a common theme so far is looking at the rankings and so on as well. But just wondered about if you guys were looking at the environment of the chosen university as well.
Yeah, for me, I can live anywhere, even the big city or small city. But for me, for Senadu, it's just small city with quiet and friendly atmosphere that I experienced. And yeah, and what's the question again? I forgot.
Just yeah, what your considerations about the environment? So you kind of look, you're happy to go anywhere. I've been there as well, and as much as I wanted to play golf while I was there, I didn't get a chance. But I did love that environment. Obviously, met lots of friendly people whilst I was walking around. So yeah, just the environment.
The environment is very good, quiet. If you love the quiet place, Senadu, it must be the choice that you need to choose. And the people there is very friendly, and yeah, people in student in Senadu quite pretty diverse, I would say. Yeah, a lot of foreign students study there, and some of local students in Scotland also study there.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Yurikit. And same question, just to Pang as well. Kim Pang.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so to be honest, at first I didn't know Stackline at all, but I was trying to find a university that has reputation in marketing subject. So I tried to search online, for example, university website, ranking website, and also consult with my agency at that time, until I found that Stackline University is good in marketing. They are one of the top, and business school is also very famous. And the reason that I chose Stackline is because of 3 reasons. First, I think as I said, business school is one of the best, and they have reputation in marketing. Also, the course curriculum is also practical. Like my course, they offer students to do a marketing campaign for a real external client, which I think very useful. And the second reason I choose Stackline, I think, is because of the location. The university itself is situated in the center of Glasgow, which is very convenient. I do not need to take a bus at all when I go from like accommodation to university and from university to city center. So it's really convenient. And finally, I think the living cost, because Glasgow is actually big city, right? But I think the living cost is really affordable. So that's why I choose that college.
Lovely, thank you. Cool. I think there's some common themes there around, saying maybe like, is it either the right top ranking of the university overall, or is there, the right ranking for the specific course you're looking for? So if we can try and maybe make it a bit more Scotland specific, I guess, what I'm kind of really, really curious about is when you then, okay, I'm going to Scotland, I'm going to my university. When you got there, was there anything specifically about, your town or Scotland itself that surprised you? Maybe culture difference with Thailand, anything like that you guys want to share as well? And maybe Pam, we can just stick with you for that question to begin with.
Okay, sure. So I would say the first thing that I feel surprised might be the local people accent. I think because I do not do research about the difference of accent in the UK. So I think when I first hear like local people speaking, I feel a little bit like, oh, I barely understand them. But after that, I try to like get socialized more with local people, and I think I could understand better. And another thing I think that surprised me in a very good way is the landscape of like Scottish Highland scenery. It's really beautiful and stunning. Big mountains, the cow, the wildlife, the old castle, and the like chilly weather in summer is really good. So this might be 2 things that I think is surprising.
Yeah, lovely. No, I guess now you say it out loud, I think the accents is not something we perhaps used to hear. And I've never done IELTS, for example, IELTS maybe for English myself, but I'm going to take a guess that they maybe don't have a massive range of accents, so they actually do. But I'd love it if someone told me different. It'd be kind of interesting. Jirikit, can I come to you? Same question.
Yeah, for me, it's opposite of the one that experience. But for me, I prepare for listening to the Scottish accent, but most of the accent that I heard in St Andrews is most of them is American English. And yeah, people here in St. Andrews, most of people are friendly, and sometimes they talk to me without knowing me, and yeah, just greeting and yeah, okay, see you.
And you're from
Yes.
Bangkok, are you, Chirikit?
Yeah, I'm from Bangkok.
So maybe you don't get people saying hello all the time in Bangkok, in the biggest city.
Yeah, it is.
You definitely don't get that in London,
it-
I'll be honest. But
Yeah, and atmosphere in St. Andrews is also safe, and it's safe to walk around even at night. Yeah.
yeah, no, fantastic. Glad to hear it. I'm just conscious of time, but Prim, I do want to, given this one in particular is about being surprised, I'd love to still just get your answer quickly on this one as well.
Yeah, for me, it's like almost everything because before I went there, people would say like Scotland, there's nothing like just mountains and counts, right? But like living in Edinburgh completely changed that picture. It has like everything now. It's my favorite city, and it has like top uni, shopping, train station, international airport, like mentioned,
Yeah.
even like a football stadium.
Yeah.
So for me, it has everything like an international student needed. Yeah.
Fringe Festival as well. I think
Yeah.
Val a bit about that. I was like, it's amazing. So again, yeah, I mean, when I came here, when I went to Edinburgh back in May last year, I'm sorry to Val, I'm sorry to everyone else. Edinburgh was my favorite place. I actually fell in love, as I said, never been there before. I was quite lucky with the weather, I think, but I really fell into Louise was probably happy. I really fell in love with Edinburgh, and yeah, I do want to move there. Yeah, I do want to move there, 100%. So that's the thing. But no, thanks for sharing, guys. Thanks for that. Nash, I'll pass to you.
All right, amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. And I just want to add something really small here. So a student of mine just left for the University of Glasgow, and she rang me back saying, oh my God, I was not expecting to do this much walking. I'm absolutely loving it. And she was telling me, I'm going to lose so much weight. I'm going to shape up. I'm going to look so good. So yeah, I think that's another thing that students going from Thailand, especially Bangkok, don't expect going to Scotland. Well, to be fair, anywhere else in the UK too, but particularly the hillier regions in Scotland. And yeah, so far everybody seems to be loving it. Okay, and the next question, this one is for the university reps. Right, let's do a bit of an elevator pitch. I'm going to give you 1 minute each. Can you tell us very, very briefly, hard sell, why students should consider going to your university? And can we start with you, Louise?
Yeah, sure. So just to kind of give you a brief overview about the University of Edinburgh. So currently this year, we're very fortunate with our ranking. We're ranked 34th in the world in the QS World Rankings. For those of you who are interested in postgraduate programs, which I assume most of you are, we have around 300 different top master's degrees and 135 different research areas. So Edinburgh is a university which has a very wide range of courses and specializations. In terms of for your free time, we have about 300 student clubs and societies. We do have a Thai Students Association as well. And we have, depends on the year, but generally speaking, we normally have about 65 to 70 different sports clubs. So if you're interested, if you play sport already and you want to continue that, during the welcome week at the university, you can try out for our sports clubs or for any of our clubs and societies. And I think the last thing I would say is Edinburgh is quite a large university, so we're almost 50,000 students now. And of that, we have approximately 22,000 international students. So it's a really diverse community of students. Typically, every year from Thailand, we probably have just over 100 Thai students. And the last thing that I want to mention is just to say that Edinburgh is a very safe city. So if you've never left Thailand before, or you're a bit nervous about living abroad, I can reassure you that it's a very safe, very secure city. And as the students or the alumni have already said, it's a very friendly, hospitable and welcoming city, not only the city, but the country generally. We like to say hello to people. We'll stop and offer help. If you're standing looking at your Google map and you're lost, we will do our best to help. So yeah, we love to welcome international students here in Scotland.
That's so lovely. Thank you so much, Louise. And Val, would you like to have a go at this?
Yeah, sure, thanks. So yeah, Glasgow Caledonian University, we're the university for the common good. So what that means is that we want to have a positive impact on our local communities and internationally as well. So one of the ways that we do this is our emphasis on employability. So a lot of our courses are actually very vocationally focused at both undergrad and postgraduate level. Even undergrad level will have engagement with industry bodies, there'll be networking events. A good example is for our fashion programs, we have a fashion show that we host every year here on campus, giving students the opportunity to not only create their designs, but also organising a big fashion event. Giving them that real world experience. Also very recently, we were voted as the #1 modern university in the UK in the Times ranking. And then we have subject rankings, especially in our allied health fields, which are very high. So in subject areas like vision sciences, physiotherapy, occupational therapy. And then we have some really niche programs right across our schools. There's something for everybody, essentially. And so the main focus of the university is to have that positive impact and make sure students are job ready as soon as they graduate.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Thank you so much, Val. And up next, William, could we get your elevated pitch, please?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ash. I'll go back to the #1 reason you should consider St Andrews. That reason might be the reason some people do not want to consider St Andrews. So let's say the size of the university. Keep mentioned St Andrews is not a big place. It's not Bangkok. The population of St Andrews is only 20,000. Half the population, though, are students. So it's an ancient university town. Keep mentioned there's a few Americans in St Andrews. Americans make up the largest group of international students, which is unusual compared to other UK universities. But only 10,000 students. Lee's representing the University of Edinburgh, amazing university in city, is a far bigger university. It's about 50,000 students. For some people, that might be perfect. For some folk, St Andrews maybe really is a big decision. You can't be anonymous in St Andrews. You will see people all the time walking around St Andrews. You'll spend half your life saying hello. It affects everything. Classes are a lot smaller. I think Oxford has the lowest student staff ratio in the UK at 9.1. St Andrews is 11.0. So classes are small. You get to know people really quickly, folk from other classmates who you're learning from as well. The teachers will know your name. They will see you in the street. They will remind you you've got work to do. That sort of thing happens. An example, last year our MSc Economics, one of the master's degrees, only had 12 students in it, which I think for UK universities would be extremely unusual. That would usually be a really big class, but that means you can get really personal contact, both with professors, academics, really easy access, as well as making it easy to get to know other classmates, be more involved in discussions. And in so many ways, it's an easier place to adjust because of the size of the place and because so many other students are also international students. So yeah, the size of the place, it makes it paradise for some people, not for others. A big decision for you.
That's really interesting. Thank you so much, William. It really does sound like you can have it all with Scotland, no matter what you want. So you have one end of the extreme and the other end. And yeah, I suppose for everybody coming in here today, you know that you can pick and choose. Okay, let's head over to you, Sophia. Can you tell us a bit more about why Glasgow?
Okay, thank you. What haven't other people said? So, okay, we're the 4th oldest university in the English-speaking world. Currently, we have about 34,000 students, quite a diverse amount of international students, about 25% of them from over 140 countries. So it's quite diverse, international students from everywhere. Thai students have no problem integrating with the local student community. We've got about, if I'm not mistaken, at any one point of time, we've got about 70 to 80 Thai students. So from in different levels of their studies, mainly in postgraduate, I would say. We're also a member of the Russell Group Universities in the UK, research intensive universities, a group of research intensive universities. We also have multi-campus. So we've got a main campus, which is located in Glasgow City, but there are also 2 other campuses that are very dedicated to the subject areas. One of them is in Glasgow, which is dedicated to veterinary medicine, One Health. Okay, so the whole campus has on that campus there's a farmland, there's big and small animals, there's an animal hospital there as well. And we've got a third campus 2 hours away, that's a further one, but that one is more focused on sustainability, tourism and development and things like that. But all in all, University of Glasgow is more of a traditional university. We have traditional programs and not so much art and design. But rankings wise, we're consistently ranked in the top 100 universities in the world. And for impact rankings, we are 12th in the world. We are also 19 in the world for the QS sustainability rankings at the moment. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear. Thank you so much, Sophia. And I'd like to point out as well that you also offer very, very generous scholarships. A student of mine who's just gone this past September, I think she got the £15,000 discount for the business analytics master's degree, which is wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Okay, last but not least, Kim, can you tell us a bit more about why Strathclyde?
Hello, everyone. Yes, of course. So a little bit kind of about Strathclyde then. So our tagline, the Strathclyde of the University, is that we're known as the place of useful learning. And this is really embedded in everything that we do. And many of our postgraduate courses will actually have a practical element to it, even though they're only 12 months in duration. So Pang kind of alluded to that with our MSc in marketing, having that kind of practical hands-on experience, which is really key these days for students entering into the world of work. The university itself then is a city centre campus location. So it's right in the heart of Glasgow. So this makes it a really convenient option for our students because they get that real kind of city centre living. Everything's accessible, everything's within walking distance, but yet you're also not that far from the beautiful outdoors in the Highlands of Scotland. We've kind of Balshi alluded to in his presentation in the beginning. So you really are kind of getting the best of both worlds by having kind of that city centre experience, but also very close to the beautiful kind of outdoors as well. The university, I would say, is probably about a medium-sized institution. So we have 34,000 students and about 20% of the student body are international. So it's a really international, diverse community. If I can just touch a little bit about my own experience. So it was really interesting hearing about the various different conversations around dialect and understanding kind of the Scottish dialect and particularly Glaswegian dialect. So I myself am actually from Ireland. So I came to university a long time ago and went to Strathclyde and I've actually stayed and been at my home. So I've been there almost kind of 18 years now. So I very much was kind of that student coming into that new dialect. And what I would say is people are, just to kind of echo what has been said, is, I find kind of the people really, really friendly, and it's a place that I wanted to stay after graduation. And with just regards to the University of Strathclyde and why it is kind of a popular choice amongst our Thai cohort would be that we offer kind of 4 different faculties. So we have our Faculty of Business School, and with many of our programs highly ranked top 10 in the UK. Our engineering faculty is one of the oldest and first established in the UK, and we have our Faculty of Science and our Faculty of Humanities. We've also just been voted Scottish University of the Year for 2026 by the Times Higher Education as well. So that's just a bit of an overview about the University of Strathclyde.
Oh, that's very wonderful to hear. Thank you so much, Kim. And I'm a little bit conscious of time now. David, do you mind if we skip the next question and head over to the slide after?
Yeah, sure. I think I maybe just keep on this one just quickly because I'd like to hear from students about, but maybe skip the next one. So we'll keep on this one, I think. You're very generous, Nash, in that I think you let everyone speak about many reasons to come to their universities rather than one reason, but you're nicer than me. But I would like to just go back to this one very quickly. Maybe just with one of the students. So like Prim, if we could come back to you, I'd love to know kind of like what you like to do when you got to Edinburgh and you found it's this amazing place, what you'd like to get up to either within Edinburgh or just within Scotland generally.
Yeah, I've been to so many places like within UK and also across Europe. I think one of the perks is like studying there is like Europe feels so far away and expensive from Thailand, but there you can like be there in like a few hours. And there's also so many things to do in Scotland as well. Like I even tried skiing for the first time there. Yeah. And like also the beaches, the museums, everything's amazing there. Yeah.
Was there a favorite thing that you kept coming back to, museums or?
I love the museum, the Scotland National Museum. Yeah.
Is that in Edinburgh or Glasgow? Sorry.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. I will just jump to the next question and then maybe we can just ask one person. So Pang, maybe if I can come to you, you know, maybe at Strathclyde doing MSc marketing, was there anything different in terms of teaching in that postgraduate or in teaching in Scotland generally that you reflected upon that may be different from when you were doing your Thai bachelor's?
From my experience, I think they open for more discussion and opinion sharing in the class rather than just lecturing. And I think they focus on like a practical learning experience, such as for my course, there are many group works and also real external client project, as I said, which made me have a chance to meet real clients and help them really create a marketing campaign, which I think really useful. And another thing is, I think the learning style is more independent. For example, there is no name check when you attend the class, or you can design your own course. For example, you can choose specialism or modules that you like. You can choose topic you want to do for your dissertation, something like that. So for MSc marketing, when I study there, I can also choose my specialism, and my specialism is customer management. So it like depends on the modules that you study. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Or actually, can we direct this one very briefly at a current student, Kun Jiragit? Can you share a bit of your opinion? How's it like when you finally reach your university in Scotland? How's it like being a Thai student in Scotland? Have you joined anything Thai related, or are you going, nope, I'm here to experience the full Scottish world?
For me, as a Thai student, I think it's not different between Thai student or UK student in St. Andrews. Everyone is, I think, just the same. I think we are not different to each other, and we can do anything that we would like to do, like as we can do it as normally. And usually I meet the friend from everywhere, like the people from England and from Scotland, and the student from the US and student from Southeast Asia. And I also hang out with some Thai friends here. Yeah, it's a good experience to be a Thai student in St. Andrews for my experience.
All right, that sounds amazing. It does also sound like you've integrated very well into the into your new environment. With you having said that, it doesn't feel that different from being in Thailand, and that's great. And can I just ask Kun Bang and Kun Prim as well about your experience as Thai students in Scotland? Did you join the Thai society? Did you hang out with Thai people? Something along this line.
For me, yeah, like at the University of Edinburgh, there's Thai society, and it also welcomes Thai students from other unis as well. And there's also a broader Thai community in Edinburgh too. Like I even perform at Loi Katong event at the Thai temple. So there's like feels like home. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Kun Pang, how about you?
Actually, I met many Thai friends that I met from my agency in Thailand. So I think if you like want to study and then you like apply the agency is really good because like they will have like a Thai community before you fly to Glasgow. However, when I study as that Thai, I've met more Thais there and also like actually my class has many Asians as well, maybe because it's in business school and it's quite popular among Asians. However, we also have other international friends as well. I also know that Stackline also have Thai community as well, where they like we have Facebook and post activities and arrange some fun activities together, like Thai cultural nights, where like you can join the event, have a drink, enjoy live music performed by Thai students there, and enjoy fun games together. So you don't need to be afraid that you will be lonely. I think you have friends a lot for sure.
That sounds amazing. Thank you so much. And it does sound like Scotland would feel like a home away from home for a lot of Thai students. And I love the fact that everybody seems to have had such a friendly experience integrating into society there. And David, would you like to take the next one?
Yeah, sure thing. I think this is perhaps Jiriki, I think you're just starting, right, in St. Andrews, so I might skip you, but feel free to jump in if you want to answer this one. But I was really looking at maybe Kun Pang, Kun Prim about the importance maybe or not on the career side. So with the postgraduate route being in the UK and so on, how much did you kind of utilize the career guidance at these universities, at your universities, and if you got any comments to share on that?
Yeah, for me at the University of Edinburgh, the support was great. Like they help with everything from browsing jobs, improving CVs, or like practicing the mock interviews. So it made me feel more confident about like the career planning. Yeah.
For my university, even I just start the university, there are a lot of the company come to talk with students, and also a lot of workshop available for students who to get their CV and portfolio and the session with the cover letter. Yeah, for now.
Awesome, thank you. And Kun Pang, I think you talked about your project, right? The marketing project, kind of like capstone project. Beyond that, was there other things that you kind of got from a career perspective?
Yes, I from that project, it's very useful for me to put on my CV as well. And it's like you can work with a real client, which is really useful. However, if students want to find a job, I know that. I remember that Stackline has a career fair every year where they will invite companies to the fair. So students who are interested to apply for a job can meet employers face to face to discuss for their opportunities and also submit a CV at the fair that organized at the university. In addition, Stackline have information sessions and workshops to support students who are preparing for job application. For example, CV workshop sessions, interview practice sessions, which I join and I feel is really helpful. And Stackline also has a career hub online where students can log in to see a variety of career sessions and employer-led events. So I think career sessions, many universities might have as well, but Stackline also offer this, which is very useful. Thank you.
Awesome, thanks, Pang.
Alrighty, so for this one, in the interest of time, I'm just going to open this to the university reps. If anybody would like to jump in with an answer, please go ahead. I think this is a burning question for a lot of our prospective students going to the UK in general and to Scotland as well. So if you have any kind of insight about the sector of the job market that's growing in Scotland and the rest of the UK, if you know about any particular industry or sectors that are really, really hiring right now, and bonus points if you can tell us what kind of course would lead to a degree in that kind of industry. We'd really love you. Please go ahead.
I can jump in a little bit here. So there's quite a few different sectors and industries that are really thriving in Scotland right now. So you have renewable energy. There's lots of job opportunities there. There's financial services, especially in Edinburgh and Glasgow. And then sort of like health and life sciences, STEM in general, in technology. There's growing industries here. There's a lot of job opportunities. Some courses that I can recommend, for example, renewable energy, there's going to be various options available across our universities. Just speaking for our own, I suppose at GCU, you have things like environmental management. Then financial services, we work with a lot of industry bodies. We offer courses like risk management, investment and banking. I'll let some of the others kind of come in with their course offerings as well in these sort of areas, but those are just some of the industries that are really thriving in Scotland right now.
Thank you so much, Val. Anybody else would like to join in for this one? If not, that's fine. We have more questions.
I'm going to answer a slightly different way, Nash, around me. Balji really usefully identified some of the sectors where Scotland is very strong, growing renewables, life sciences, big biotech sector in Edinburgh, for example, and also in finance, where Edinburgh's got particular strengths in investment banking, Glasgow and asset management. What I would say, going back about a minute or two to the previous questions to the students about careers, networking, support, the key thing for any student is no matter the sector, make use of the help and support that the universities are really happy to give you. The folk who work in sectors like career support or other areas of support, if you're finding difficulty with stress or anxiety or anything else, the people that work in those sectors are there because they really enjoy helping students out. And they're there to improve your prospects, but they're there also to build up your resilience so that when you're looking to help yourself in the future, whether it be with jobs or with personal issues, you're in a far stronger position to do that. They won't come to you. You need to go to them. So don't be shy about reaching out, even just for a friendly chat when you start whichever university, to get to know the people that work in careers or academic support. And that makes it so much easier for them taking part in workshops or career activities or guest speakers or fairs, whatever's going on in the university. So make use of the help that's there. Folk really want to help you out.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, William. And can I just ask any of you as well, if anybody would like to hop in with an answer, how many more years after graduating can students make use of the career services at your university?
I think for a lot of the universities, it'll be similar. It's approximately 2 years post-graduation at GCU. I think it's the same at Glasgow. That's where I studied, but I think it's going to be very similar across the universities.
All right, that's great. Thank you. And I just want to let students know right now, in case anybody isn't aware, if you study in the UK, either for an undergraduate degree or a master's degree, you can apply for the graduate visa afterwards, and that will allow you to stay on for 2 more years in the UK. And during that time, you can make use of your university's career services and apply for the longer term skilled worker visa before your graduate visa expires. Okay, does anybody else have anything to add to that question, or shall we move on? Oh, Kim, thank you.
I just maybe add just a little bit just about financial services, because Scotland's actually one of the largest hubs for financial services outside of London. So that's kind of a very big industry here. I think JP Morgan actually just opened a new global hub in Edinburgh in 2023. So it's a very, very big sector. And I know kind of a lot of the universities kind of cater for financial services and have a lot of various different courses available. Big data as well is becoming really, really popular. So we're seeing this within kind of data analysis and consulting and data science as well. So a lot of our universities will offer, you know, a range of these courses as well to kind of cater for this kind of financial hub and this financial sector as well.
That's amazing to hear. Thank you, Kim. Okay, David, would you like to take us to the next slide?
Yeah, sure. Just quickly on this one, I was just going to say, from my perspective, with the students we have coming to our office in Bangkok, I probably should have said this. So Nash, just for everyone, Nash is in our Chiang Mai office. I'm here in Bangkok, so hi. And we've got the team here have helped a lot of students on the renewable energy. So the stuff that Val was talking about at the start, there's a lot of students who come to us, kind of coming from that sector, I think, in Thailand, and then getting the master's experience in Scotland. So it's very interesting. So going to Glasgow, going to Edinburgh, that kind of thing in particular. So I forget what it stands for exactly, but the Energy Committee, so the EGAT, we have quite a few students coming for that and getting support from us as an agency as well. So kind of seconds that growing industry in particular.
I'm going to throw another one, David.
Yeah, please. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Going on beyond masters as well for research, we've got one of the Thai students with us at the moment on a government scholarship, OCSC scholarship, and it's on renewables and batteries and things like that. So he's in the School of Chemistry. So there's a lot of work in that area, whether it be through some of our taught degrees or whether it be specific research projects like that student.
Yeah, awesome. No, I think it's worth pointing that out, especially, even if they're not in the audience today, that's an area that we do a lot of. We help a lot of students in that area in particular. It's quite good with OCSC obviously coming up, the fair coming up soon as well in November. I do want to kind of just go back to, one of the things that came up in the polls, or two areas, but the scholarship question was the biggest one from the poll we did at the start of the session. And I guess we can kind of marry that in with cost of living. So I'd love to just ask Prim, maybe start with you, what, the cost of living was like, given, because, we talked about Scotland maybe being a bit better for cost of living than certainly London, but Edinburgh is obviously a big city as well, in it, relatively speaking. So just wondered if you've got any comments about cost of living and obviously the scholarship question there as well.
Yeah, at first it feels expensive, like especially if you keep converting everything back into Thai baht. But once you adjust, I realize the quality of life is very good. Like Edinburgh also has so many free things to enjoy, like museums, park, beaches, like I mentioned. So you don't always have to spend to have a great time. So I think it's okay. But I didn't get any scholarship. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Louise, what happened? There's lots of good scholarships at Edinburgh, really, though. So just teasing. Sorry, Pang, should we go to you?
Yes. As I said earlier, I think Glasgow is, even though it's a big city, but it's still very affordable. I think for 1 month, it could be around £12,000, including accommodation, food, and traveling and more. So it's like not expensive like London. I think it really makes sense. However, I think location of Thakka is very good. So location is good like this, and living cost is not expensive. So it's really good. And for scholarship, as it was many years ago for me, I remember I got some scholarship, but I cannot remember the amount. However, as I know that this year Thakka give scholarship for up to like £12,000 for postgraduate student in business school. So I think Thakka is one of the university that give very generous scholarship each year.
Lovely, thank you. And Jirikit as well, just your experience so far, at St Andrews.
I would say the cost of living in St Andrews is a little bit higher than Glasgow or Edinburgh because of tourism, because of St Andrews is the city of golf, a lot of golf tourists in the city. Yeah, but I would say if you for the food and living, I think if we can make our own food, it will save a lot of money because food price or the restaurant here is quite expensive because of it's for tourists. But I didn't get any scholarship, but I try to. But I think the amount of the scholarship that I apply is £10,000. It's a lot. I think there's a lot of competitor, but at least I should try. But I didn't receive it. Yeah.
Got it.
That's
No,
all.
thanks for sharing. No, well, I think you made a really good point. You know, I was teasing Edinburgh, but I think that's the reality as well. Is that it's going to be extremely competitive, generally for applications, some universities, and then the scholarships in particular as well. So I think it's a good point, and I think just pick up on your point of you should try. That's why I just want to echo that, because I think that's the statement we see. Nash and I every year we see and we meet the universities and we know how many applications there are. And we work with these students, and then sometimes they don't even do the scholarship. They don't try for the scholarship. And I just want to stress, we're also here to help. So I'm literally based in the Bangkok office. Nash is based in Chiang Mai, and we will literally help. If there's like a scholarship essay that you need to do, we would literally look at that with you. So we do run those kind of sessions as well in our offices. We can do them virtually as well. But I do want to stress to anyone listening, if there's a scholarship, really what you're doing or the thing you need to give up is a bit of your time for yourself. You know, you're trying to invest that for yourself. So yeah, I just want to kind of like stress that's something we see every year, and people are like, oh, we applied for the university but not a scholarship, and we're really trying to hammer home the message, like go for the scholarship as well. So Chirikit, thanks for sharing that. Val, I think you got your hand up.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to echo what you were saying there, David. So a little bit of a plug as well for the scholarship that we have. So we have a postgraduate ambassador scholarship, which is a full tuition fee scholarship that we offer for each of our intakes, but we don't get enough applications to these. And so I think a lot of the time is a lot of students will look at the application and think, I'm not going to fit the criteria, I'm not going to fit the mold. But yes, we highly encourage everybody to apply for them. If you fit the criteria, do put the application in because there is an opportunity there. So very William.
Yeah, Will, what's up?
Yeah, it's repeating stuff. I think with it being such an important area, scholarships and funding, it's worth saying. One, what Baljit was saying there, from my perspective, I've noticed that as well. We don't have many full scholarships. There's 4 at undergrad and there's 1 at postgrad. There's lots of other scholarships, all between £5,000 and £13,000 for us. I have to say, my experience at St Andrews and previously other universities is that we don't get nearly as many scholarship applications as the scholarships deserve. And then I'm going to go back to what you were saying there, David. Essentially, if you are going to make a scholarship application, you don't have to spend 3 months in it, but spend an hour or 2 on it and get it right. If there's criteria, make sure you're answering them. If there's an essay, make sure it's done properly. Including spelling, grammar, get someone to check it and things like that. So the sort of stuff you're giving help and assistance with. It makes such a difference, because when we do get to then read scholarships, the first stage generally we score them. And we score them according to, is the criteria being answered, is it giving the right information or financial or otherwise that we've requested. Then it usually goes on to a scholarship panel to make decisions. So take a bit of time and just get it right, answer the criteria. Don't cut and paste from another scholarship. And finally, on the cut and paste, that if you're going to use AI or ChatGPT, that's fine, but use it to help inspire you and get your thoughts together. Don't use that as a final product, because I've seen more than one scholarship application where the ChatGPT trace has been on it and that just gets rejected. So, which is a real shame. So we're not against using it, but use it to help inform or help sort of collect your own thoughts, as I say, but the piece of work and what you need to submit for the scholarship is your work and no one else's.
Yeah, thank you. And just I was waving frantically saying, when William, you talked about spell check and stuff, grammar check or whatever, hello, that's where we could jump in and help. So we want to make sure, and we see that a lot, like people want a bit of reassurance. That's normal. That's really normal. And we just want to, you know, that's another part of the application, of course, we can help with. And I mean, Nash and I and the team here, we were just doing a load of sessions with Chevening, so a specific type of scholarship, and promoting that. We're doing some stuff with anyone who has a British Council scholarship. So, you know, we will actively promote these as well. So anyone listening, if you are looking for scholarship, keep an eye on the stuff we do. And I think if you're already registered with us, you'll get the mailing newsletters and so on anyway. But we're definitely here to support that part of your application as well. I think, Louise, you had your hand up next.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, in terms of applying for a scholarship, I would say only focus on your own application. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing, how many other students are applying, what their statements look like, etc., etc. And the other thing I was going to say is universities use scholarships for different reasons. So sometimes it might be because they want to diversify their student body. So then perhaps one year they might offer more scholarships to some nationalities, but another year they might want to diversify that a little bit, and then the focus might be on different nationalities. So it's just to say, although scholarships generally are based on academic merit and on the essay that students submit, the university's reasoning for offering scholarships can vary from year to year. So I guess my advice is don't ever assume that, oh, I probably won't get a scholarship for blah, blah reason. Each year it can be different. So each year is another chance to apply. So, you know, I'm just saying, don't kind of have too many preconceptions about the scholarships. We can be looking for different things every year.
Yeah, makes sense. And Sophia from Glasgow.
Yes, I just wanted to add on to the scholarship on Louise's comment. Okay, so be aware of universities where, you know, some universities will offer automatic scholarships, so you don't have to apply for it, but some universities offer scholarships where probably it's a much higher value and you have to apply for it. So be aware that, you know, there are automatic ones and there are the ones that need application. So do find out more about, you know, each university's scholarship database. Okay, whichever university that you're choosing, you're considering.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I think there is and that's where again we can help, of course, from an application perspective. Is talk about walk you through the process in terms of automatic scholarships, and then maybe try for the potentially larger scholarships that you might do an essay for and so on. So again, just to reiterate that. And Kim's got a hand up as well.
Oops, Kim, can't hear you.
Oh, apologies, I was still on mute. Hi there. Really just to kind of echo what Sophia and Louise were just saying, just to really kind of highlight that every university offers a variety of different scholarships. These, you know, vary in value, but also course dependent as well. So if I can just kind of speak for the University of Strathclyde, we have various different offerings for scholarship, automatic and application based, but also course based as well. So yes, just to really kind of emphasize and highlight what everyone was saying about, you know, check in, you know, with StudyIn and with us directly to see, you know, what is available, and you know, kind of don't be put off thinking that you know you might not be eligible, because each university does have such a wide kind of variety of scholarship offerings. Also, there is the option to apply for more than one scholarship as well. So, you know, certainly kind of in the past with the University of Strathclyde, we've had automatic, but then we've had higher value and application based. So just to kind of highlight that as well, that there's various different offerings and these do change kind of year on year as well.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Nash, you want to take the last question?
Right, of course. Oh, my screen's gone. 1 second, please. Right. Okay. So this is a bit of a fun question for our student and ex-students here. So if there was something you wish you'd known before going to Scotland, any idea what it would be? And yeah, should we start with Kuntrim?
Yeah, for me, it's cliche, but it's what not to pack. Like as an international students, we tend to bring way too many things to make us feel comfortable. But honestly, it's so easy to buy like food, clothing, essentials once you're there. So I wish I had saved some suitcase space.
That's really fun. And I do agree with you on that. And
Yeah.
to let students know, if you plan on buying snow boots, because obviously Scotland, it's going to snow, buy your boots in Scotland. If you buy your fancy boots in Thailand, you're going to do what I did. And I didn't even go to Scotland. I slid all the way down a hill trying to get to class. Don't do that. Buy your clothes in Scotland. Okay. And Kun Peng, would you like to take this one as well?
Yes, actually, my reason might be the same as Prim. Because I bring a lot of things like before I go to Scotland, and after that I found out that I can find everything there, including the food. And when I graduated, I have to like pack the big box and then like ship back to Thailand. And I feel like, oh, I shouldn't bring that much, especially like big clothes, big jacket or something like that, where you can easily find in Scotland. And also might be the weather. I don't think Scotland will be that cold. I feel it's a little bit cold, and I feel like it's colder than like southern part of the UK. So yeah, I'm from Thailand, so I feel like a little bit cold. And I regret that I haven't tried a lot of like Scottish local food, which I think I should have tried more. Yeah, like haggis, I haven't tried because at that time I did not dare to try as well. So yeah, that's the thing that I wish I know. And
can I just jump in and say, Pang, I think it's okay. Like it's probably, I don't know if anyone was to say, but I would have thought it's a bit like you either love it or you don't kind of food, I reckon. So I think you're okay, but good on you to try different stuff, and I'll try and find haggis for you here in Thailand as well. But yeah.
Okay.
You simply must go back to Scotland at some point and try the real deal.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
And thank you, Kun Bang. And Kun Jirakit, as a current student, is anything you wish you'd known before you arrived in Scotland?
For me, just for me, I didn't bring a lot of thick coats because I arrived in summer. It's a little bit short. I didn't have enough coats for winter. And yeah, before going to St. Andrews, I would say plan your trip carefully because St. Andrews I think it's quite a little bit far and takes some time. And you need to arrive to Edinburgh and take the train to take the tram to the train station, and train station to the city. And city, you need to take the taxi or take a bus to your accommodation. So plan ahead of time, I would say.
All right, that's amazing. Thank you so much. David, do you have anything else to address before we? Oh, I think we've got about 5 minutes for Q&A.
Yeah, no, nothing. Just a big thank you to everyone as well. Thank you so much, Jirakit, Pang, Prim. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, just excited. Hopefully we've got some questions in the chat. We will have some questions from the audience as well. So just want to pass it on to them.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank our wonderful panelists here, the university representatives as well. And I think hopefully now our students have a much better idea about Scotland as a place, and obviously the unique offerings that each of your university has to offer. And yeah, we'd now like to invite audience questions. Oh, but before we get there, can we talk about our upcoming fair? I believe that's on our next slide, David.
Oh, sorry. You can absolutely plug the fair because
all right, wonderful.
Please do so quickly.
It's appearing a little small on my screen, but just to let you know, so this is happening on the 14th of November in Bangkok at the St. Regis Hotel between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the evening. And so you can drop in at any time that you like, but please do register beforehand. If one of our lovely marketing team people can drop a link for registration into the chat box, that would be wonderful. And I'm sure that you'll see many of our Scottish University representatives here at the fair in November as well. Okie dokies, do we have any questions? Question for Strathclyde. There are so many business schools in the world that have received Triple Crown accreditation. Oh, I'm loving this question. What are the outstanding points of Strathclyde compared to other Triple Crown accredited business schools?
Hi there. You've done your homework, so you know all about kind of the rankings and the triple accreditations, which is fantastic. I mean, one thing that I can say about Strathclyde is that, and I did kind of allude to this a little bit earlier, it's just that kind of useful element and the employability element that we add into our courses at master's level. So having the master's at 12 months is quite short duration, but the majority of our business school courses will have this practical element in this, where students will actually have the opportunity to work on real life business cases, real life marketing cases, and work with local companies. So I think that's kind of one of the key selling points, if you like, and why Strathclyde is very attractive for many of our international students, because they get that experience of kind of living and working in another city, and so they're not only getting kind of the study element, but they're also getting that kind of real life work experience as well. And this is kind of a really kind of key advantage when students then go into kind of the world of work, and something they can add on to their CVs as well. And what we find is that we've had many students and many examples of students that have actually done kind of a short-term project with a local business that will then actually go on and work with that business after graduation as well. So they're kind of building up their key contacts.
Thank you so much, Kim. I'm just going to hop on one of the two questions here in the chat. This student, Pishapon, wants to know about the prospects of getting work in IT and computer science after graduating from a master's degree in Scotland/the UK.
I'm happy to jump in for this question. So when it comes to IT and computer engineering, a lot of the programs, the master's programs in Scotland, they will have professional accreditations. Now, these professional accreditations, they're not just recognised by employers in the UK, but they'll be recognised globally. And so you will have options when it comes to post-graduation with your degree. Like I kind of covered before, there is sort of like a thriving tech industry in Scotland. So there will be job opportunities, there's startups and things as well. But every kind of organisation in every sector needs professionals in computer engineering and IT. So whilst on the face of it, it might seem like there's a downward kind of trend, I would still do your research. If you wanted to do this beforehand, maybe look at some of the job posting type websites in the UK as well. There's websites out there where you can sort of see what the labour demands are in the country as well. So in each of our sort of universities, they will have career services that have an expertise in finding roles in specific sectors and things as well, so they can support you once you're here too. So hopefully that kind of covers your question then.
Absolutely, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. And just very quickly, one more question here before we break off into our break-off rooms. So to what extent does a master's degree in computer engineering improve job prospects in the field, given the current economic climate? My God, that could be a dissertation title. Wonderful question. Would anybody like to take this one?
I think that's the one that I was kind of covering there. Yeah.
Okay, pretty much, yeah, it's very similar.
Oh, is it slightly different?
Okay, that's all right then. Let's skip over to the next one. This last student has asked about the steps in applying for a PhD.
I don't mind to maybe answer this, although it may vary from university to university, so probably best to check with the university that you want to apply for. But certainly at Edinburgh, the onus is really on the student when it comes to applying for a PhD to find a supervisor. So we normally recommend to students who are asking about PhD study to try to identify one or maybe two supervisors if possible. And then contact the supervisor directly by email with an outline of your research proposal. It's sometimes very challenging to get a response from a supervisor, depending on their availability, how many students they're supervising at the time. So sometimes the dialogue between student and supervisor can be quite slow. This is quite normal, I would say, as well. So sometimes it does take a bit of persistence. If you don't hear a response from a supervisor quickly, we usually recommend that students then CC our generic email address, which is our future students email address, because when you contact that then logs your inquiry on our CRM system. Whereas if you apply directly just to a supervisor, that's then not logged on a CRM system. So we usually say to students, CC it by our general address, and then that way we can follow up with the supervisor if they haven't responded to you. But yes, in the case of PhD, it is very much on the student to find one or two potential supervisors, to get agreement from the supervisor. And once they have that, then they can go through the kind of general application process of sending your transcripts, your certificate, your IELTS, etc., etc.
Thank you very much, Louise. And can I just add that for students who are getting in touch with their prospective supervisors, please make sure that you have at least a bit of some ideas for your research topic at the very least. Even better if you already have a draft research proposal, but at the very least, please have research topic. And you can come to us at th.studyin and we'll help you with the application process for the working with the admissions team. But in reaching out to your supervisors, you should do that by yourself as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody like to add anything? Oops, I think somebody's mic is on.
I'm not sure if we can mute.
Okay.
I think I can mute.
Okay, done that.
Cool.
Okay, should we start heading over to, oops, sorry. Oh no, we've addressed that one, I think, about the computer science / IT field in the UK. Okay, oh, and thank you, Sophia, for posting that link for how to apply for the PhD at Glasgow. Okay, unless we have any final points to address or final questions, shall we head over to the one-on-one sessions?
Yeah, let's do that. So I just want to say thank you again for everyone. Thanks for listening. Thank you to all of our university attendees, Promoting Scotland in particular, promoting your courses and everything as well, and opportunities within Scotland. And then Prim, Jirika, I hope you're still there. Again, I don't know why it closed, so apologies for that technical issue. But Pang as well, thank you so much as well for being our panelists and sharing your experiences with the questions in Scotland. For everyone else, thank you so much for joining and have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.